It's a new year. Happy 2021. And chances are you're taking a closer look at your diet and thinking about how you can better eat to serve you and your health and fitness goals. Am I right? Hi, my name is Jacqi Williams. I'm a certified sports nutrition coach. And the question I hear the most often is, what is the best diet? Now, the answer to that question might surprise you, but you might also learn a little bit about how you can determine if the diet you're following is going to work best for you. So let's get started. As we go, I would love it if you could pop any questions that you might have in the comments of this video so I can come back and be sure to answer those. And of course, feel free to reach out to me privately anytime. Most people want to know, what is the best diet ever? There sure are a lot of them out there to choose from. So let's take a closer look. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front, there is no one-size-fits-all diet that is going to be the best for everyone. So I'm not going to make you watch through this entire video hoping and waiting that that's what I'm going to reveal to you. It's just not going to happen. And that's just the reality of it. Now, every good nutrition coach is going to tell you the same thing, and these are the reasons why. First, people are diverse. Everyone is different and should be treated individually. So not one diet is going to work for everybody. The second is that many diets are actually effective. And that's the good news. There are so many good diets out there. And so it's just a matter of determining whether or not the diet you're choosing to follow is actually one that can be effective. And the third is that at the end of it, really it's habits that are going to beat any diet food rules that you could ever find. And that will always be the truth. I think you'll find that most nutrition coaches will agree there's just not one universal diet that works for everybody. We have people of different age groups or body types where they metabolize food differently. Some people are more active, others are more sedentary. Others have lifestyle factors to keep in mind, as well as ethnic or cultural preferences. And so there is, and there never has been, one universal diet that's going to work for everybody. There are many. There are so many diets. I'm sure that you've heard of these, if not have tried many of these yourself. And there's going to be a lot of significant differences among them. There's a big difference between a low-fat diet and something like keto, correct? There's a difference between paleo or vegetarian, complete opposite diet types or preferences. But amid all of those differences that we'll find in a lot of these popular diets, we need to focus on the commonalities, the things that actually make these diets effective, and that's going to give us a lot to work with. And so I want to encourage you that you can choose whichever of these typical diets that's going to work best for you, that fits in line with either your personal beliefs or preferences or your schedule and your way of cooking. It's the commonalities within these diets that actually make them effective, and that's the good news. I would love to speak more directly to each of these diets on a one-on-one basis. If you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out to me. For today, let's focus on why any one of these diets can work for you. The first and most obvious reason why most diets will work for you, at least initially, is because it will raise the awareness around your nutrition and your attention in what you're choosing to eat. Simply by paying more attention to what you eat will allow you to make better food choices. And really, it starts there. And hopefully, as you start to have a more awareness around those food choices, you can also focus on food quality, which means you're adding in more and more whole food options to your diet as you start to minimize processed foods. Obviously, this is going to have the greatest effect on your overall health and help move you closer towards any health and fitness goals. So as you start to add in more and more whole foods to your diet and start to minimize those processed foods, which should be the foundation of any great diet program, you're going to naturally start to eliminate, if not at least decrease, your nutrient deficiencies that you might be dealing with. So things like more protein or naturally occurring vitamins and minerals, as well as essential fatty acids, are going to better support you and your body and help move you closer towards your health and fitness goals by feeling and looking better in that process. You'll actually start to notice as you fill your plate with more and more of those whole food options that you will naturally control your appetite and your food intake. And you'll start to feel more satisfied knowing that your body is getting more of the whole food nutrition that it needs. Typically, as you start to pay more attention to the foods that you're putting in your body, you start prioritizing good quality food and give your body the nutrition that it needs, you're going to want to move more in a purposeful way. As you exercise more regularly, that food intake, because it's such good quality and because you're moving more, is actually going to be prioritized into functional tissue and stored less as fat. So, this is a great component of any good diet. Now, the best diet is going to be one that fosters habits and helps you build skills that you can carry on long term in the context of different life stages or different schedules, around different budgets, different body types, and definitely around different food preferences. I always say you want a diet that feels more like a lifestyle, a way of living, and a way of eating, as opposed to a strict, rigid set of rules that you feel like you have to follow. This is going to set you up for long-term success, and the best diet will do the same. These are the kind of long-term nutrition habits I love to help my clients instill on their health journey. What I have found over the years coaching nutrition clients is that we think we want to be told what to do and how to eat, but in the end, what's going to serve us and our goals the best are learning long-term nutrition habits. It's less about having a set of rules to follow, and it's more about learning the habits that are going to go with you and be flexible as you live your life. Because let's be real, if we're not learning how to eat in a way that fits into our real life as real people, then we're really just setting ourselves up for another diet failure. Of course, we all want to achieve those health and fitness goals, and most of us want the easiest and fastest way to get there. So just make sure that you are incorporating a lot of good whole foods into your diet. This includes plants as much as possible, as well as lean protein. And find a meal timing plan that works for you and your schedule, that doesn't leave you feeling hungry or drop those blood sugar levels, which is how we end up making poorer food choices. So planning in your diet is going to be key for a lot of people to make sure that that doesn't happen. And then lastly, start to decrease those processed foods that we know aren't serving us, our goals, or our health long term. And in the end, when it comes to finding that one diet that's going to work best for you, just make sure it's helping you pay attention. And hopefully that means you're eating better quality of foods, more nutrient dense whole foods as much as possible. And it's also helping you move in a direction of getting more purposeful exercise into your daily life. And ideally, one that you're going to stick to for the long term. You can see yourself eating in that way more as a lifestyle than a diet. Of course, there's many other individual factors that you might need to consider when taking a closer look at diets and what might be the best for you. That's why we always recommend working with a professional if you need more help meeting your individual needs. You can reach out to me anytime. I'm Jacqi Williams Wellness on Facebook, or you can find me at jacquiwilliams.com. I look forward to educating you even more on nutrition topics just like this one in the year to come. I hope you have a happy and blessed new year.